we're having Beers with Bands. We're here at Riverfest with Rich Aucoin.
Well, I'm a musician from the east coast of Canada in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I write all my music to sync up to movies, kind of like a film score, or more like how Pink Floyd's The Wizard, Dark Side of the Moon syncs up with The Wizard of Oz. And I like to have really collaborative shows, so the audiences, like the choir for each show, and like performs the songs as much as I do. And there's lots of confetti and parachutes. In general, okay, this is gonna be funny talking to a beer expert. Oh no, oh, you're about to be like, I have no judgment except for what you're about to say. So, I just biked across America, and I really got into light beers. And let's just say that a little beer called Miller Lite is the champagne of beer. It was so refreshing that I feel like I'm in a Miller Lite commercial right now as I praise it. But any beer that just kind of essentially is water, carbonated water, like just I'm really into like an absolutely freezing cold beer, as long as it's feels really refreshing as you're having it. But on the better end of the scale of beers, like I like white beers, or like those kind of like Hoegaarden style kind of one. Yeah. And then what was the other thing? I was also really into, in America, that we don't have as much in Canada, the frosted mug. The frosted mug goes a long way. Like if your beer's like getting like little like chunks of ice at the top of it, ooh, that's the temperature you want to be. Yeah. Like when I have a slightly warm beer, I'm like, oh, that's too bad. I know it's very much tailored for each kind of situation. Like I write a full like kind of intro for each show that kind of acknowledges the setting and the surroundings and what the deal with the show is. So there's that, but then there's also, like I'll perform a large festival differently than I will a small venue or a smaller festival. Like I realize that when you're on a big stage and there's like thousands of people watching you, you need to be not only like moving around a lot on the stage and engaging people, but I like to be in the audience a lot, and so I kind of try and reel that back a little bit, because you go too much in the audience and then people have lost the kind of like thing to hold on to. I usually carry around a light bulb too, so it's very easy to see where I am as I run around. Maybe Are You Experiencing? I feel like that would be a fun name for a beer. Cough syrup. and I'd set it on fire and call it a flaming moe. Alexander Keith's. Yeah. And I remember I think first time I had like one of those like let's give him some beer at 10 sort of thing, something like that, and just you had a sip and you're like, oh, I can't believe you drink this, and then when I was maybe oh wait, how old? 13 maybe. I had like a beer that was like one of those snuck beers, and like a friend and I split one, and we were like, ooh, this is so bad. First CD? Oh, first CD. I'm very happy and proud about Led Zeppelin 1. I have an older brother that's 8 years older than me, so he was able to prevent a kind of bad music listening part of my life where like I could just go into his room and see all his cool tapes, and then make educated choices on my first CD. Though my first tape was Coolio's Gangster's Paradise, which I'm also happy about that decision. That was great. First concert was Weird Al Yankovic, and it was mind blowing. And if you watch his show and then watch my show, you can definitely see how many things from that first show rubbed off into my psyche to like have them in the show. Like he has all the videos going on too, and lots of like kind of like engaging with the audience and everything. Yeah. Um, Listening to a lot of everything this year. Been really into the Born Ruffians record and the U.S. Girls record. It's gonna say, oh, this song is amazing. Hopeful Monster, stars are photo magnets, and it's like just a song that every time I listen to it, I'm just really excited about how the production on it like really came together. Uh, David Byrne maybe. Would be cool. Or no, maybe Brian Eno. Brian Eno. One of those two. Yeah. It's funny, all those things kind of with moderation and in with more experience with have kind of like reclaimed, but like dark rum didn't like that. Especially, it was always a weird idea. We had this theater around the corner called the Oxford Theater, and they would play these midnight movies, and you would like go over in like junior high and high school and like be drinking like at the movie, and I just have this memory of like drinking rum watching The Exorcist, being like, I don't know if I want this experience. Ooh, Miller Lite, champagne and beer. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. That's a weird. I think. Yeah. You would want something close to water, or else I think you would be like. You no. But I just mean like. You'd want something like that. If you something that had a distinct taste, you could get tired of, but something that's pretty tasteless and watery, then I think you could just roll with for the rest of your life. I think Miller Lite. Let's stick with Miller Lite. I think I'd be in the film world, and I still kind of want to be involved in and parlay like my music to scoring for movies eventually, because essentially every time I write music, I'm doing that anyway. Time I was here, I crowd surfed off the stage and then over the audience and stuff on a surfboard. So maybe that, and maybe all my photo bonds. Oh, amazing. What a pretty thing. That's so nice. I love it. Are we in Elora or Venice? You decide. Oh, I love that. It's so nice. And with all the flowers on the side. Did they just get married? They must have just got married. Maybe just all my confetti preloaded would be really nice, because that always takes a bit of time before the set. And food or drink. I'm also, I can't eat a lot of stuff before I play, so I'm always trying to eat maybe sushi would be really nice. So I would never request something like that because it would just be difficult for someone to go get. Yeah, and then just more champagne and beers, you know. Recording a lot right now, and I have a record ready to go that we should be announcing in the next little bit when it's being released and when and where. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for doing this. We are Beerx.ca, doing beers with fans. You can follow us on social media, and all of our handles are at Beerx.ca. You can follow Rich at
Rich Aucoin.
At all his, and we will be posting links to all of his social medias. Make sure you check him out if he's in a city near you. And cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.